peeps? This is Baby Rose, and this is part 3, the final video that I'm going to be doing my top 3 favorite movies from a horror movie franchise. Before I get into that, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the notification bell button when I post some new videos. If you want to, you can follow me on Instagram at BabyRose86, which will be right down here. So let's just get it. Now, this horror movie franchise is basically sci-fi horror, and it's Alien only parts 1 through 4. But of course I gotta pick my top 3. Right? Now the top 3 movies that I have picked that I like are Alien, Aliens, and Resurrection. So before I get into my top 3, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm gonna pick it random. It's gonna be in this container, so y'all won't get on my neck. Well, what should be part 1 and what isn't like that. Okay. Whatever. So let's just get into it. Now, the number 3 movie from the Alien franchise is Alien. Okay, okay. Talk about this for one moment. Like, what I love about this is it's very smart to. You know what I'm gonna say this. What I love about 70s horror that is more psychological horror that they had put out, movies they had put out more psychological than anything, and they take like scenarios and like if you were in the woods, what kind of horror scenario they will mess up your mind psychologically? Then you have prophecy, with the bear, mercury being poisoned by eating like fish and whatnot, being poisoned by mercury. Then the bear will be disformed, or any other animal, then become 10 times bigger, and they be killer bears or wolves or what have you. Or if you need a place to stay if your car break down, then you see a house, then here comes Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now you talking about something like, well, what if you be in outer space and there's only just an alien and there's no help? That is so scary. And so you get homeboy who was impregnated by a face hugger and gave birth to an alien from a rib cage. And now you talk about just one alien. This is not like Aliens where you deal with more than one. You're talking about one. So crew members are just dropping like flies, except for Ash. And come to find out that he's supposed to hold this organism in his clutch to give to, I think, Waylon, I don't know what. And and don't even care about the crew. They expendable, right? And you get Lambert and Parker and Ripley left, and then Parker and Lambert were off, and you get Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver. Now I'm straight. I'm straight. I love men, but us straight women, we do have female celebrity crushes, and I don't even think it's a crush. I say I'm straight, but you know what? I'm kind of slightly lesbian when it comes to Sigourney Weaver. She needs to realize that, you know what, we are meant to be like Aldous Hodge, Sigourney Weaver. What's going on? What's going on? Oh gosh, I was like, why do I love her so much? I was like, I'm in love with her. Like if we're in a restaurant and there's two empty chairs, she would sit on one side and I would put my bag on the other. Hello. Okay. I mean, I'm in love with Sigourney Weaver. You just can't. You just I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Sigourney Weaver, and she don't even know what to do. Okay, and she thought that she had blew the alien in the ship. As she got on the shuttle, and then she realized that the alien was in the shuttle. The alien was smart. that alien was smart. I was like, I think this thing's gonna be blown up. So let me just go hide in the shuttle and what have you. And then say, oh, there she is. Oh, I guess I got a friend, but I'm gonna be sleeping. So don't mess with me, and I don't mess with you. But it's kind of like a bug, though. When you know there's a bug in your room, you ain't gonna sleep. Like there's a big spider or a roach, you ain't gonna sleep. So she found that the alien was in the shuttle with her, and then it's like, dang, now what can I do? And she put on the suit, and she just like opened the door, and then the air just sucked the alien out from the shuttle. And oh man, And what they didn't show is like when they was in the ship and when she was like she was about to override the whole deactivation thingamajiggy. You know, when the alien was looking at Jonesy, what they didn't show is the alien knocking Jonesy, just knocked the whole cage like bam away. That's if you watch the deleted version of the movie. I'm like, well, you know, alien. I mean, I know you don't like cats. I mean, I'm not a cat person either, but you don't need to do do it like that. I think that's the reason why they took it out is because people are going to have, oh, that's a, you know, that was a real animal in there and stuff like that. I'm like, well, it does show that aliens doesn't care about animals, and we knew that in part three. Okay, what happened to that Rottweiler? But I just think that with why that's my favorite because that is more scary than the rest. Now people say that aliens is more scary than Alien when it comes to it. Like, is it scarier than to have one alien on the ship or multiple aliens on the ship? I say one because you don't know where that turkey is. Like you don't. So that's scary within itself. You like you can't go to sleep with aliens. Like you anticipate where they're gonna be at. So it's kind of like you gotta be on guard and you gotta be on point. And I'm gonna get into that if that is the next one. But with Alien, it's kind of like, nah, I know, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, that's scary. Having one alien and you, no matter if you're trying to turn a corner, you be like, God damn, like no, like, oh my God. Cause that what happened with Ripley when she turned the corner. Then you see that you saw the alien popping up, and she just like went, what? And then she ran back, and then she trying to override the you know, the detonators, whatever you want to call it. And then that's again when we saw the alien just looking at Jonesy, and then it cut off, but it didn't show the alien knocking Jonesy's cage, you know, away. But yeah, it's like a start of the whole new franchise, a whole new generation of horror movies that's sci-fi, and I love the fact that you know it's not typical of like the Exorcist and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the Psychos, and it's like you know making sci-fi, like taking Star Trek and Star Wars and making it horror, especially Star Trek and making it horror, and I love it. It's a whole nother thing, like, and nobody you can't scream for help, and that's it. Oh, gosh, you up there. My number two favorite movie from the Alien franchise is Alien 4, Alien Resurrection. Now, people may not like it. I think people didn't like part 3, but I love Resurrection. Of course, because of Sigourney Weaver. She looks so freaking hot. She looks so freaking hot in that. It's just like, I wish I was Winona Ryder. Like, you know, ooh, like, I said, okay, 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 okay. I love men. Okay, I don't want to like give people hope and what have you like that. Okay, it's only for Sigourney Weaver, only for her. Okay, she looks so freaking hot, but it's not Ripley. She is not Ripley. She is a clone that has an alien DNA, and man, it sucks because when she found out that there was like clones of her, and it's just like this is what they've been doing because she died, because she died. Sorry to use that word in part 3. Spoiler alert. And so they cloned her up. They got the alien from her, and you see later on in the movie when the alien had taken her down, when they was that close of getting away, taken to the nest, and show I think the queen that was giving birth to an alien, to that white alien. I think the queen alien was Ripley's. And then that baby alien was ungrateful. You're gonna like off your mother by like offing her beak, and then you're gonna turn to Ripley and was just like, mommy, like no, that's your grandmama. Well, like what's wrong with you? And homeboy who did the voice of Chucky, I keep forgetting his name. I don't know why I keep forgetting people's name, but you know what, that was cool to have him in Resurrection, and then you had Ripley in the same room. Like what the freak? Gosh, if they had Robert Englund or what, oh gosh, that would be cool. Um, but yeah, and that alien wasn't. That alien reminds me of Jason. That alien reminds me of Jason in part 8. It's like, dude, if you want to say hello and you want to play, with people, you can't be rough with it. You can't be smashing home Stefano head, and you smash his head. It's like, dude, you can caress without squashing, okay? And that alien want Renona's rider call, it's got, please come out and play. I said play nice. I mean, play nice. I guess. Yeah. And Ripley was like, no, 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 and then she ran. Okay, I know I'm going all over the place because I love the movie. My favorite part that really truly solidified that Ripley's back. That alien vibe. You got that sense of alien vibe is when she jumped. She did that long jump into the ship. She closed the door, or she thought she closed the door all the way, and then she went to like the cockpit, and it's that music that was from Aliens. And it's like, I thought you were dead. She's like, yeah, I get that a lot. And it's just like the music and how she entered the cockpit. It's like Ripley from Aliens all over again. And Homeboy was like, Ripley's back, man. And it's just like, I was like, I felt that too. And I was like, I want to know if they really truly felt that way. And like how she just entered. And the music was playing. It's just like that. I just felt aliens all in that scene right there. If y'all know what I'm talking about. The basketball scene, that was legit. That was for real, come to find out. And that was smooth as heck. It's like, you don't mess with Ripley like that. Yeah, she may be different, but that's still my baby. Don't, like, get your little hornball butt over there. All right? Like, who are you? And then she just, whoosh. It's like, ow! But the aliens in that movie, man, they were rough. No, I'm not saying rough like they were, no. They were rough and scary. Like, they did not care. They even killed their own kind. They said, look, we need to get to the flow. You? It's just like, oh gosh, like I felt for that alien though. It's like, everybody experience when you have a group of friends, like group of three, and you get the two that are closer than you. And then so like when that person leaves, they want to like talk to you, but when that person comes back, like they put you on the back burner. I hate that. I hate that crap. And that's been my life like ever since. And I felt for that alien. And it's like how those two aliens just turn against that one. It's kind of like, why me? Why not you? It's like, no, we want you and whatnot. And they just like, oh, and they laughed and the acid and they went down the floor. Oh gosh, I fell for that. And the water scene was my favorite scene because it's like you had nowhere to go. There's only one way. Them turkeys can swim. I mean, to say that you were shocked that aliens can swim, it's like you haven't seen part 2. Okay, so I mean, and Homeboy, the dreadlocks dude, he decided to just go on his own. It's just like, and Homeboy shot the spider. I'm like, well, that's the only death scene that I like. It's just so raw and so greedy. And even though Sigourney is playing a different Ripley, but she is like more depth to her, and you feel sorry for her. And Carl, I feel sorry for her because they just like pushing her around, just like she doesn't even matter, but she controls everything. She's like Ash and Bishop, okay. And then that's why we get into number one. Number one is, and that's Alien. Ghost. Finally got something right. Yes, Aliens. Aliens will be that movie. No matter how it's been out for almost 40 years. And like Jason part 6, that came out in 1986. So did this one. Aliens came out in 1986, the year I was born. Okay, I think I was destined to be born in a year where good movies was pushing out. Aliens will be that movie no matter how long. It can be like 60 years or 100 years. Aliens will be that one of the greatest movies of all time in a horror franchise. Or whatnot. You can still see it. even the theatrical version or the extended version makes a whole movie a lot more sense. It is so good. It's more action than horror to me personally, and Aliens got more depth to it with Ripley's character and new character. Unless you watch the extended version, I highly recommend. No, not suggest. I highly recommend y'all watch the extended version of it because any question that y'all have from watching the theatrical release when it came out, it's going to be answered in the extended version because James Cameron wanted the extended version to be put out, but because at that time you only could put out like an hour worth of movie. So even if you have the DVD, he did say that he felt like this extended version explains the movie in depth, and it did. And you wondering why that um, Ripley and Newt are so close, and some scenes is kind of like this is a kind of bit off, and then when you watch the extended version, it makes a whole lot of sense. And now you got the military, you got um, Bishop, you got Hicks, you got Hudson, you got Vasquez. I mean, you got all these bad asseries type of military, and they were ready, and they were, were trained for the job like that. But once they were faced with these aliens, I mean, they were scared, but they did what they had to do, and Ripley did rescue them. You know, that General Corporal, whatever his name is, he just and and the thing is that it's all subtle, and that's what I like about movies even back then, is that it wasn't too preachy, and it's not like in your face, but it's so subtle. It's like when Ripley has something to say, it's like homeboy always knock what she said. It's kind of like what, in the way, if you look at it, like I'm the man, I know what I'm doing. You're the woman, you don't know what you're saying. You know what you're talking about. From a person who gone through this, who had dealt with this. It's like you need to listen to the person who had experienced this, right? But like telling her to shut up, and it's kind of like yeah, when like when she told him, it's just one of those things that's managed to wipe my entire crew less than 24 hours. And then it's kind of like how the homeboy said, yeah, anyway, okay. It's just like, dude, like, either if you're a woman or even you're not, like, even like somebody who is older than you, and when you trying to spout wisdom from your young mouth, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, you young, you don't know what you're talking about. It's kind of like, and so, like, okay. I mean, I'm 30. I'll be 39 in 2 months. So if somebody who is 10 years older than I am say what you call it, okay, I'm gonna listen to them. They experience, that's their experience. I'm going to take their key. But just say, you don't know what you're talking about, you young. It's like, yeah, okay, and tell them to shut up. And say, hey, we need to get them here. We need to rescue them. Just shut up. Like, yeah, it has a whole subtle of, because she's a woman, he's the man, or let's just say they both were men, the superiority of ranks. I didn't like that. Bert, oh my gosh, just to come and find out that he realized, like, oh good, this is like a beautiful creature, we got to keep it. But if we can't keep the creatures, well, we gotta like implant their seed into somebody, and it's gonna be Ripley and Newt. Like, how low can you be? And it try to make up any stories, like the sabotage. What she say? Their freezers on their way home. So he make up any stories they want. It's kind of like, dude, it's like you know what the aliens are, but just to figure it out that humans would do that to you, it's like, wow. But then again, I had to take that back because I just talked about resurrection, what those two aliens did to that one alien. They could turn on each other. Yeah. And it's kind of cool to see the dude who play as Bishop, Hudson, Hicks, and Vasquez into these movies because you see them in like the Terminator. Michael Bean, Bill Paxton, and oh, I forgot his name, play as Bishop. They were in Terminator 1. Homegirl play as Vasquez. She was in Terminator 2 and also in Titanic. And Bill Paxton was in Titanic as well. And so, it's like home away from home. But Aliens is it's what movies should be. It's action, gets you in your feels, a lot of subtlety in them without being too preachy and too forward. It's like, oh, I caught that, and I think we miss that in today's movies. It's like Rosemary Baby, like in a time where with women's rights and all that kind of stuff, it was subtle, and you can and it wasn't too preachy, and what they doing, like not hearing you, but it's right there, but it's not like in your face. It's like, oh, I caught that, and if nobody else caught that, it's like they didn't catch it, but I caught that. And so that's why Aliens is number one, and it's my number one. Finally I got something that is my number one. So that is it for my top 3 favorite movies from the Alien franchises. What are your favorite movies from the Alien franchises, either from 1 through 4 or maybe beyond? All right, put it in the comment section below. So peace, love, and happiness to all of you. I'm tired. So let me do that again. Peace, love, and happiness to all of you. Stay cool. There'll be no fool, and use the tool of what? Knowledge. Deuces. Bye.